pentagram is not evil. Spirit on the top represents spirit over matter. The inverted pentagram represents matter over spirit, when their spirit is being ruled by the five senses. If you're desiring material things, then you are satanic. You need to invert your pentagram and put spirit over matter. They made you scared of all of the sacred symbols. That's why Scared Rearranged is sacred. They don't want you researching these symbols because they unlock profound teachings of how you can go from matter into spirit and become a powerful being. They want you trapped inside of the box, the material plane, living with fear, operating on the surface level of your consciousness, and being dominated by external influences. What if I told you you had the power to create your own reality? And you can only do this by mastering yourself. You are the universe. Rivers are veins. Rocks are the bones. Soil is the flesh. The 7 planets are the 7 chakras. They're also on your hand, which I can't talk about on here. You have 5 fingers for the 5 elements. 5 points on the body for the 5 elements you're made out of. The jaw is the earth, water is the mouth, air is the nose, and fire is the eyes, and spirit is the third eye. The sun is your conscious mind, the moon is your subconscious mind, thoughts and emotions. Earth is your body, water is your emotions, fire is your spirit, and air is your mind. This is why the Bible has 4 Gospels to show Jesus in the 4 aspects of human consciousness: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. 12 systems in the body, 12 zodiac signs. Kneecaps for Capricorn. 2 feet are the 2 fish of Pisces. The cerebellum is the cerebellum, the lower brain ruled by Taurus. Cerebram, which is the Lamb of God, which is the Aries. Hips means hippo, which means horse, which is Sagittarius. The 4 seasons of the sun happen inside of you. In summer, we are more happy and we have more energy. In winter, we are more reflective and emotional. It's a soul system, and these cycles happen within your consciousness, not just outside of you. You are the 13th constellation. 13 adds up to 4, the 4 aspects of consciousness. 13 is not unlucky. They made you scared. They're called organs because they're organisms. Your body's a miniature universe, and you, the consciousness, the mind, are the voice of God. Death is an illusion. It's a transition from physical into the astral. This is the realm of imagination. That screen you have in your mind that allows you to vision an apple, it's the astral plane. Now you go there every time you have a dream. This is the subconscious manifesting in the realm of imagination. That's what a dream is. Every dream has a message because it's your mind materializing into matter. Yes, mind and matter are the same substance. The ancients used to prepare for death. This was a normal thing because they understood the mind is still alive after the physical body dies. Therefore, they detached from physical external addictions. Everything in the Matrix is designed to keep you addicted to as many things as possible. You can't ascend to these higher planes if your mind is stuck in these 3-dimensional ways of thinking. These temples they built were in the form of the human body, and they would teach them how to raise their consciousness from the lower 3 chakras, the survival mode, into a higher state of consciousness where they are no longer attached to external things and they have mastery over their mind. Jesus never turned water into wine. This is going to blow your mind. Jesus spoke all things to the crowd in parables. Matthew 13:34. It's a symbolic and allegorical story about you turning water into wine. Fire is masculine. Water is feminine. Masculine is intellect. Feminine is emotion. Water is symbolic for emotion. Thoughts are the language of the mind. Emotion is the language of the soul. Emotions are communication from your soul. If you are jealous of someone, this is your soul telling you where you need to be in life. Every fear you have is showing you an obstacle for you to grow, to expand into your life purpose. Water into wine is symbolic in turning negative emotions into growth and expansion, transmuting hate into love, jealousy into your reality. Jesus represents you, a manifestation of God's consciousness in physical form. Jesus tells you, whatever I can do, you can do better in John 14:12. Jesus is you. Baptism is symbolic of moving from earth into water, the second stage of consciousness, truth. Dunking your head in water won't do anything. Baptism happens within. The dollar bill symbolism shows you this. If we translate these words from Latin, it says announcing the birth of the new world order. Draw a 6-pointed star, you get ASNOM, which spells Mason. The word Mason means build. Building the new world order. And here we see the ground or the earth. They're building the new world order on the earth. The New World Order is a pyramid scheme with only a few elite people with true hidden esoteric knowledge, symbolized as light and the eye of consciousness. The rest of society will be hidden in dull, dark stone bricks, symbolizing heavy, weighed down consciousness. People who lack self-awareness and they are identifying with their heavy physical body and ego. Their aim is simple: to limit the human mind so that you do not figure out who you are, what you are. Keep your consciousness locked in a 3D state so you do not ascend from this plane. Everything this matrix does is to trick you into believing you are a physical being. So when you die, you are still addicted to the worldly pleasures and you will reincarnate yourself back to this plane. To learn more about consciousness, this book is for you. We start in the stars and we descend through the 7 planets, which give you the 7 chakras, the 7 colors, 7 days of creation, the 7 days of the week, Saturday for Saturn, Monday for the moon, Sunday for the sun, and the 7 metals. This is where we come from, unconditioned consciousness. Our consciousness falls and conditions into these states to be created in this world. Each one of us is a star. Hue, man, light manifested in physical form. That's why we say sister, mister, monster, stir is star. And when you're famous, you're a star. Ancient paintings of Jesus show a star being descended down. Now you know the real reason why Paramount show the stars descending down, going to the mountain. Freemasons show the path back to the stars. Each one of us is God experiencing himself in a divided state. But the archons in this world brainwash your mind to trap your soul in here. Dreams carry messages. Dreaming is a low-powered astral projection. You are leaving the physical body, the conscious mind, into the subconscious realms of the astral imagination realm. Astral plane is the screen in your mind that allows you to imagine an apple. If you see Jesus in your dream, this is not Jesus. It is your belief materializing in the 4th dimension, the imagination realm. You know when you have them dreams when people are chasing you? This is a negative aspect of your mind which is materializing itself. All of the trauma, all of the negative events that have happened are stored within your subconscious, and these are materializing itself and showing it to you in your dreams. Everything in your dream is an aspect of your own mind, therefore it is showing you messages. If you cannot control your dreams, this is your subconscious controlling the dream. You can advance physically and get big muscles, and you can advance mentally, accessing other worlds beyond physicality. You can't control your dreams because you think it's just a dream, when it's not. It's actually a whole other reality. You are a multi-dimensional consciousness. You must remove the program of it's just a dream. Before you go to sleep, consciously think and feel and believe that you will control your dream. Throughout the day, you need to be doing reality checks by pinching yourself and saying, am I dreaming? This will train your subconscious mind to say this while you are dreaming, and when you pinch yourself in your dream, you will become lucid. Once you are lucid, you can then go gain knowledge and do whatever you want in the realms of the mind. Women hold the portal to gain access to the physical world. That's what the Egyptian Ankh is. It's the portal. The Egyptians wore the headdress to symbolize the woman, because they are the master builders, which creates the human temple. The human body is formed by the astral forces of the 12 zodiac inside of the womb. That's why your body's made out of 12 cell salts, which are from the 12 zodiac signs. She harnesses the energies of the 7 planets and the 12 constellations to manifest your body. She is a womb man, and she is feminine, which is 9. You are a soul, an astral entity in a physical body. When the male finishes in the woman, this creates a portal in the astral plane. SEX is a ritual, and if you do not do the ritual high vibrationally, you will attract a low vibrational astral entity to be incarnated in the physical plane. Every person you have SEX with, you have an astral emotional bond with that person. If you want a high vibrating soul to enter the physical plane as your child, you need to do the ritual properly. Never engage in one-night stands. This is a form of magic. If you drink alcohol, you're drinking magic potions which invoke spirits. Have you ever wondered why all the ancients used to hold canes? Canes we use today have rubber tips. Ancient canes used natural materials with metal handles and metal tips with a wooden pole. The ground is electromagnetic. These canes were used for grounding. The electromagnetic energy of the earth was connected to the body by grounding these poles. Today we use unnatural materials, which doesn't allow energy from the earth to transfer to your hand. These canes were not for fashion, they were used to ground. We have been disconnected from the earth. Rubber sole shoes were invented to disconnect us. The ancients even had grounding shoes. Everything today has just been inverted. We've never been so disconnected from nature. You had no ego as a baby, because the ego is a false character your mind has created through experience, beliefs, and emotional traumas. The system is designed to trap you in your ego. Just screenshot this and know the difference between the soul and the ego. You are not your ego or the body or belief or name or job. You have a physical material body, and inside you, you have forces of energy, thoughts, emotions, visualizations. These are not physical. You're an invisible being controlling a visible physical body. Your inner world of consciousness is either operating in hell, animalistic instinct states, or heaven. Jesus was never real. He is a state of consciousness, an ideal state that we need to cultivate within ourselves. When you close your eyes and meditate, you're gaining more energy because your thoughts are no longer pointing outwards. Therefore, more energy is gained into your electromagnetic field. The next time you feel low energy, simply turn off your thoughts. There is a spiritual reason on why Buddha has a big belly. The ancients spoke in symbolism. The big belly represents breath work. We do not just breathe air, we breathe consciousness. When we stop breathing, our body shuts down, we lose consciousness. And breath work is the fastest way to raise your consciousness. Simply just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose for 5 minutes very deeply. Your 5 senses will heighten and you will feel so much better. Buddha with the large belly represents the engagement of the abdominal muscles during spiritual breath work, practiced for thousands of years to expand consciousness and promote healing. The next time you feel low energy, simply just do breath work. And if you want to connect to a higher consciousness, simply do breath work. It will cleanse your aura of negative energy. It's the fastest way to gain more energy. You can use the moon to your advantage. A full moon is very powerful. There are more police calls on a full moon than any other day of the month, the moon. The moon enhances our psyche, our internal state. If you are angry and a full moon comes around, this will be enhanced. And you will become a monster, a moon star, or a lunatic. Luna is the moon. On a full moon, you should be visualizing, thinking and feeling the desired reality you want, because your intent, thoughts and emotions are more powerful on a full moon. This is why if you type in witches, they're always next to a full moon. Because this is the best time to cast a spell. 28-day cycle of the moon, 28-day cycle of the menstrual cycle. It's in direct correlation with the moon. The moon governs liquids in your body. Fasting on a full moon is also very powerful because the water in your body is being pulled by the moon. That's why the tides of the ocean follow the moon. 28-day cycle, this is a month, a month. 365 days divided by 28, which is 13. There are 13 monthly cycles. Where is the missing month? We do not know what year we are truly in, people. I think they did this to stop us being in sync with the monthly cycle. What do you guys think? Doing this gesture is the Antichrist. Performing this produces the upside down cross. So you touch the head down to the heart, then tap both shoulders, which is cutting the connection between the head and the heart. It symbolizes cutting the connection between the mind and the soul. And the soul is pure love. You know when you hurt someone and you can feel that you've done something wrong inside your heart? That's because your soul is encoded with God's law of love. They don't want us connected with our soul intelligence, the intelligence within you that tells you the right thing to do at all times. This is why we say, follow your heart, and that Christ may dwell in your heart, because the heart is the brain for the soul, and the brain is the temple for the mind. The earth needs to connect more with their heart, because love is the unifying force that brings us all together. Pentagram is not evil. Spirit on the top represents spirit over matter. The inverted pentagram represents matter over spirit, when their spirit is being ruled by the 5 senses. If you're desiring material things, then you are satanic. You need to invert your pentagram and put spirit over matter. They made you scared of all of the sacred symbols. That's why scared rearranged is sacred. They don't want you researching these symbols because they unlock profound teachings of how you can go from matter into spirit and become a powerful being. They want you trapped inside of the box, the material plane, living with fear, operating on the surface level of your consciousness, and being dominated by external influences. What if I told you you had the power to create your own reality? And you can only do this by mastering yourself.